Hey people, this is Ashley with Music After Dark HTX. Man, if people haven't figured that shit out by now, we've got bigger problems. Let me do some shout outs real quick. Shout out to the Houston Collective. Love my people over there. Tune in every Friday at 8. You'll get to rehear all the podcasts that get played. Check out Spotify. We're on Spotify now, so all the episodes get replayed there. It's pretty cool. Big Al for letting me film here and putting up with all my shenanigans. And we're just going to jump into it. It's just you. I just have you. So in case people don't know, I guess let's do both names or your entertainer name or...
I'll go by a stage name. It's my community name, the one and only Eggplant in full effect here at Big Owl Brewery.
I love it. Have you ever been here before?
No, you know what though? I don't drink, I don't smoke, I'm pretty much sober, but I like to go next door to Walker, Texas Ranger, where they are pretty good with their Asian barbecue cuisine.
They are actually really good. They're
check
really
out what's
good.
behind that money cat. Go check out the Meow Bar.
Really?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Is it?
It's actually pretty nice.
I didn't know.
And they've got that secret menu back there too.
Okay,
so
see?
look into that, H-Town. Eggplant will hook you up with the lowdown.
Okay, you need to be like a guest that just gives like tips around Houston. I have no idea.
I'm a
that
tour
was a
guide to
thing.
H-Town, man.
Dude, seriously, this is okay, so where did Eggplant? Let's start with that. Where did that name come from?
Okay, so originally Eggplant was spawned back in like the 2010 somethings. It was a punk rock band I started with a bunch of friends. It came out of the Montrose Bike Gang. What's up, MBG? We were a midnight bike ride. We would ride from copy.com with no direction at midnight every Wednesday. Because when you're an adult, no one can tell you can't. And yeah, man, a bunch of us, we
Dude,
had
that
a lot
sounds
of,
cool as shit. A midnight bike ride?
Oh, it was dope.
Dude, that sounds cool as
Yeah,
shit.
man, like I'm saying, I'll hook you up with the lowdown on H-Town in a way that
That
most people
sounds so
won't.
much fun.
I'll take you to back alleyways and you'll see some speakeasies and a bunch of other things, man. But Demonic Hen, it was a punk band based in the idea of this giant demonic hen was going to be rising in our future, and it was going to consume humanity, and we were a bunch of vegetables returned to your present time and place to warn you all of the rise of the demonic hen, try to sway humanity into doing the right thing. And so I played the Eggplant on bass.
So costumes were actually involved. Did you?
We were full on costumed. It was theatrical. Everybody in the band was a vegetable. There was a kale on guitar, carrot on guitar, shredding it. We had beet on drums. I played bass. We had asparagus on keys. She played it a little funky. She got stanky with it, And when we would play live, we would do things like we had computer-generated images we would shoot on the stage behind us. We had the H-Town skyline with the demonic hen rising and destroying it all. And yeah,
Dude,
it was
that's
super
cool.
theatrical, super involved, but it was all punk and ethic, or like aesthetic in the sense that like all of our songs really had an intense message to it, and we were just trying to draw community together. One of my catchphrases is unity through community. If you know me, you know that's more than just a catchphrase. So get out there in H-Town and develop some.
Where did that come from? Unity. What is it? Unity from community?
Unity through community.
community.
It's capital unity, lowercase through, lowercase C-O-M-M, capital unity again.
Where did that come from?
That's something that I just would say at shows, man, trying to draw people together. A lot of people, they talk about a scene, a lot of people talk about wanting to belong to something, and going to shows is cool and developing friendships is cool, but you got to take it beyond just developing friendships with people. You got to take it into actually being about action and creating the world that you want to live in. Because when you go to see bands at shows, most of these bands, that's really what they're talking about, is creating a world that you want to live in, making it what you want it to be. And I'm an old school punk. I've been in the H-Town scene since like, I want to say like 88, 89,
Okay,
something
so
like
are you
that.
from? Are you originally from Houston? Are you a
Oh,
Houstonian?
born and bred till the day that I'm dead.
Okay.
H-Town holds it down. That's what it's
Okay.
about. I mean, I've been all around the country, but there's no spot quite like this. The H holds it up.
You gotta love it. What other bands have you been in? So you were in
So I was in Demonic Hen.
Demonic.
I had a band together with Joseph Newmoons and a few other people, Moses, Brian.
Oh,
Merritt.
really?
Yeah, some of those people were in the band. And it was
Moses,
all
you know.
about representing H-Town. What's up, Ashley? It was all about representing H-Town to the fullest. We did a couple of FUC slangers and bangers, but we rocked them with guitars, bass, drums, 808s, you know, and it had a little neo soul vibe to it, but it was punk, it was metal. It had a real H-Town get down to it. And I was also in a few other things. I was in some noise projects. I was in a project called The Unbearables, where all my things are concepted, theatrical. They're all meant to do more than just provide you some head bobbing
Right.
music.
Well, I think you almost have to now, right, to get people to come out to shows.
Well, yeah.
Oh.
I mean, I think that when you get on stage, you're not just a dude with the guitar anymore. When you get on stage, you're now an entertainer, and you should entertain. You should bring a full production. You should be like Beyonce, stuck in a lack, floating above the crowd, unable to get down. Like,
Bless
take
her
it to
heart.
the
Dude, bless
extreme.
her heart. Like, so many people thought she was gonna die. Oh my God.
Well, she could have, but you know, money gets you rolling, keeps you going, man, keeps you flying through the air.
Oh goodness.
That's the H-Town
Yes,
thing, man. You
that's-
just keep pushing. Yeah, I was also in I'm a Houston Press Beth, half of a project called Gorilla Soul. We were a hip hop R&B project. We would invade art galleries. We would invade theatrical projects. We would invade house parties, bar mitzvahs. We
Look,
did
there's a big Jewish community here in Houston.
all kinds of stuff. We did a wedding one time, and all our songs were like straight up baby making music. And you know,
Dude, please send me
Eggplant
footage of
does a
that.
lot.
I would love to see you guys like crashing a bar mitzvah, dude.
we did a
Please.
Thanksgiving dinner one time. When I knock on your door, it's silent. You hear the knock. But when that door opens, I come in with the portable PA system. I take over your living room. I'm throwing confetti all over your house. I'm shooting lasers everywhere. And just when you think you can't take any more,
Oh my
that's
God,
when
no.
the sirens go off. And our MC, Eugenius, would come in, and he'd get all up in your girl's face and just lay it down.
That is
You know,
hilarious.
he'd be singing to your grandma at Thanksgiving, like, "What's up, baby?" Nothing like a little white sexual chocolate
I
grinding
love
on
it.
grandma
I
at
love
Thanksgiving.
it. We got to do a show in like a nursing home or something. Like,
Oh man,
I know, like seriously.
you know, I tell you what, man, I bet
Those
you
ladies would love that
the
shit.
elderly would love it, because I mean, you start missing life, you know.
So what are you doing now? I bumped into you at the Punk Fest at Eagle Park.
HPF 12, Houston Punk Fest 12.
You were working the door, I believe, right?
I was working the door.
You could not get in
me-
without going through this guy right here.
Yeah. You know, as Eggplant, like I say, unity through community, it's not just a motto. We have an organization, we call it Banding Together. It's Punks with a Purpose. It's me and Marcia Yingling, the asparagus from Demonic Hen. And we go and we put on shows with the idea of doing it for a cause each and every time. Whenever we do it, one of our biggest events is the Chili Con Carnage Festival. It's a chili cook-off and punk rock show. It's at 1810 Ojiman. What's up, 1810? And we really try to put on shows at all the different clubs possible, from like the Inn to Trip 6 to Black Magic to the Swan to Dan Electro. I mean, I can go on and on and on. And the scene, man, we support the scene this way. We really want to get people to come out to our events. And with HPF 12, we were actually there supporting their organization and their cause, because banding together likes to band together
That's
with
cool.
everybody.
You actually do. It should
You
be
know,
like really supporting each
yeah,
other.
we're really trying to be supportive of everything. At the Houston Punk Fest 12, it was for the Houston Area Women's Center and battered women, so we raised a good amount of money for them. At Chili Con Carnage this year, we raised money for an organization called the Robin Hood Project, which helps feed the unhoused citizens of Houston downtown. They do it once a month. You can go down there and volunteer. Look them up, Robin Hood Project.
And I'll get that. I'll email me or get with me, and I'll try to post all that too.
Sure.
That's cool.
There's also
cool.
things that we've supported, like Food Not Bombs.
Okay,
which,
love that.
yeah, they're out there 4 days a
Holy
week.
crap. Are they still getting tickets all the time from the city, or has the city left them
You know,
alone?
the city has decided to quit. They can't really ticket Food Not Bombs anymore.
Good.
The Supreme Court has said that they need to cease and desist.
Good.
But Mayor Whitmer, you know, they're staunch against the homeless community. What are you going to do if you become homeless, man? And you have been outlawed for literally just losing your home. The economy is bad. It's not getting any better. People are losing their jobs. People are finding it difficult to maintain paying rents and mortgages. And, you know, when you become a criminal for not being able to pay those bills and be a productive member of society, what are you going to do? You know, you got to really find people that can help you, and thankfully there's people like Food Not Bombs, Robin Hood Project, people like the Houston Area Women's Center, and lots of other organizations in the city that really are community minded, and they have a goal to help people in need.
But they could always use donations, dude. Anybody watching this, oh my
yeah.
gosh, please, 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 if you've got the extra,
Look them
please
up on
donate to some of
Facebook,
these.
look them up on Instagram, send them money to
Y'all
buy
gonna get me
water,
rolling on a whole
or
other-
show up,
Like,
take
y'all
the
gonna get
time
me-
to go home, gather up some friends of yours, make some vegan food, because Food Not Bombs is actually a protest against nuclear weapons. It's been going on since the 60s.
And it's all vegan food, right?
And it's
vegan
all
food.
vegan food, because the idea of no nuclear weapons, that means no killing, no wars, and to show up with a piece of meat is kind of counterproductive to the cause. So they ask for people to make vegan food, bring it by, help hand it out, or just drop it off, and the people there will hand it out for you. You know, I support that.
I support that.
Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
I love that. I love that. So what kind of things are you working on currently? Are you doing anything right now?
Well, the past year and a half, I've been playing with internationally touring artist Marshall Falcon. He just recently got back from Europe.
Every time he's in here, I never get to link up with him every time he's here.
Oh, yeah, because it's quick and he's
It is.
gone.
It's like in and out, and it's like I'm at work or something. Like I can never link up with him.
Yeah, he's in town for the day and then he's gone. And then it's like Austin, San Antonio, Corpus, Beaumont. Anywhere he can get a stage time, he's going for it. So yeah, I played with Marshall Falcon. I was playing with the project called Juke Joint Jezebel. Keep your eyes open for them. They're a little
That sounds
honky
sassy.
tonky kind of.
That sounds sassy though. I like that name.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Go check them out if you can. And I'm definitely working on a new project. It will be a concepted project. Just to give you an idea of what it will be about, I can say it will be anti-MAGA, it will be anti-ICE, it will be anti-fascist, and it will be hardcore, it will be punk, it will be about standing with the fist in the air, and armed resistance to fascism in America using music as a weapon.
I actually love that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I do. I really do. I really do. I am not a Trump supporter. Like that's. I think people assume that because I'm like white or whatever, and lived in Texas my whole life. Yeah. No, I'm absolutely disgusted right now with. And I've said this on my podcast. Y'all can cancel me if you want to. I am actually don't go to immigration court. Don't. They're arresting people there. That's not fair to get arrested at immigration court when some of these people are spending like years trying to do it the right way. Yeah, just at this point, just don't go. Bless their hearts. Like I hate it so much, dude. I hate it so much that I'm like encouraging people to break the law. But like seriously, just that's fucked up and don't go.
Well, is it breaking the law if they're breaking the law to begin with and we're really just standing up for our rights? I don't think that's breaking the law. I believe that's the American way.
Well, right, because everyone's allowed like due process, right, and all of.
It should be completely illegal for masked men with no badges to go into a courthouse and put people into unmarked vehicles with no warrant and refusing to tell anybody where they're going.
Yeah.
That should be completely illegal in the United States. And the fact that there aren't more people up in arms about that really says something about the state of our country right now.
We could have a whole podcast on this topic. Oh my goodness.
So. I'm gonna create a whole show about it. Like that's what I'm doing. I'm gonna use music as a weapon against it.
And I mean, on a longer reaching level, I don't think people that are supporting whatever's happening understand the lasting effects of this, like the construction industry, the farming industry, road working industry. I mean, there's a lot of industries that long term are going to be affected by this.
Well, it's all interconnected, right?
So
the more people you immigrate off of the farm, the less the food gets picked, the more people starve, which means that food not bombs and community organizations like that are more necessary, which means that if the food isn't being picked and put on the shelves, then stores are closing, which means that people aren't working.
Which means nobody's donating to food banks. You know what I mean? If grocery stores are closing, fucking forget about a food bank being open.
People can't pay for their rent. Yeah. And where does that put you? On the street, where now you've been criminalized for that.
And after COVID here in Houston, we had such housing once they started evictions again.
Right.
I mean, I know one of the like Loaves and Fishes was a place you could go to get meals, I think showers and register sometimes for housing. They had put a pause on that for a long time. So it was like, okay, if you're getting evicted and the one place you can go to try to get registered for housing has a hold on housing, where the fuck are they supposed to go?
Where are you supposed to go?
Are they supposed to go?
People think that, like if you watch the news, Houston, the city, the government of Houston has presented this national front that Houston is curing homelessness.
Yeah, they just fenced off a homeless city underneath that.
They're about to build a $40,000 lighting art installation underneath the overpass by the George R. Brown that they just fenced in to keep the homeless out. Instead of putting $40,000 towards services for the citizens of Houston, they're going to pay some artist to just put up fluorescent lights.
No, y'all, this shit gets me so mad. Like,
well, they on a national level claim that Houston is solving the homelessness problem.
Yeah.
And it's really cool, man. Like, we're supposed to be talking about music, right? So just to tie music back into this whole thing.
Thank you. Thank you. Somebody who looped my ass back in for real.
And like the idea of like how long it's been going on in Houston, right? Houston legends, the Hates, Christian Arnheiter, have been one of the longest running punk bands in Houston. And they have songs from the early 80s that are exactly about what we're talking about. It's been going on that long. We still have not been able to do anything about it. We still have city government that chooses to crack down instead of help out.
So this is cool then that we have this organization, the banding together. We've got Houston Punk Fest.
Houston Punk Fest.
Is anything else like that?
You know, there's several other people out there that do things. People like David Tama, who does Gut Wrench booking. They're more of like a grindcore scene. And we've helped him in his organization too. They did a thing for the Sylvia Project, which is, it's a horrible story. This young girl who was murdered in a really bad way. It's like, the Sylvia's Project is an advocacy project for children because, if I remember correctly, her parents killed her, right? And there was no advocacy for her. And this happened a long time ago. But there's the Advocacy Project, and we raised money for that through the grindcore scene. And there are things happening in Houston where if you really want to get involved, you have every opportunity. You have every opportunity. And furthermore, if you don't see the opportunity being presented for you to get involved, and there is something that you believe in, that you feel you would go out and put your physical energy into supporting it, there are people in this city who will facilitate you doing it.
That's true. I could see that. Like, I could totally see that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah, you could talk to any number of people in this city, come to them with your idea and your cause, and I guarantee you within a month you could have a fundraiser, you could have an action. There are people in this city like the Free Radicals who are a jazz project. They've originally were members of it were in a band called Sprawl back in like the 90s. Sprawl was super popular along with bands like Billy Goat. Yeah, Sprawl, right? They were awesome. And so like Free Radicals, they're still around and they're like Grammy nominated and all their albums are about political action. All of them. I was lucky enough to be on one of them. Thanks, Nick Cooper and the rest of the crew.
Dude, that's cool.
Yeah, and I just did like an outro thing to one of their songs or whatever, but I still feel like way blessed to be a part of it, right?
No, seriously, that's cool.
Yeah, they play a free show all the time at Avant Garden. You can catch them at protests. If there's a protest downtown.
The one at Avant Garden, really?
Oh yeah, Avant Garden. They've got a
Okay.
good food truck, taco truck.
Really?
It slams. It's,
Do you really? Shit, okay.
yeah, it's good. Yeah, we
haven't
can
been
talk
over there in a
about
minute.
tacos all day too, if you want. I love
So,
tacos.
you said you're a Houstonian, you've been in the scene a hot minute. What's the biggest change you've seen in the music scene? Good or
The
bad?
biggest change in the music scene?
Yeah, good or bad. Do you think it's changed
How
for
far back do I have to go?
You can whatever you want to share.
Like since I first started going to shows?
Yeah, since you
local
first started
shows?
going to shows.
The biggest change is social acceptability.
Okay.
Social
For the better, for the
acceptability.
worse.
Oh, it's been embraced.
Okay.
It's been embraced. Sure, there's the haters, right? There's always going to be the haters. But I remember back in the day where there was places like the Island or what was it, Downtown Grounds, and there was the Axiom.
You probably know all these places too, don't you?
The Axiom. Yeah, J.R. Delgado and
Shit, I don't
the
know
people
where
at the Axiom. Joe Clater. There was places like Emos. Back then, I mean, places were so tiny, and the amount of people that were going. I mean, Emos, was maybe as big as this room, and the stage was like a tiny little corner over there, big enough to maybe put all 4 people up there.
Maybe,
if there was
hopefully.
more than 4,
Forget about it.
Yeah. Yeah, it was rough. And like, you know, going to the Axiom, which is legendary. Dead Horse came out of the Axiom. DRI, you know, they're from Spring Branch, but the shows were mostly at the Axiom. Oh, and places like Hardee's, you know, for the metal scene, Hardee's. You know, it's social acceptability. There was like 2, 3, 4 places at a time in the 80s. In the 90s, it became like 4 or 5 places. But now, from Galveston to Conroe, from Beaumont to Brookshire, you can find places to go see a show. You can find local music. It's everywhere. There's bands everywhere. The kids today, those like, there was a metal show at Super Happy Funland, which is an awesome place. It's like a putrid...
If you have a thing with dolls, do not go there. You will have nightmares for the rest of your fucking life.
It is like the putrid womb birthing ground of subculture music in Houston. It is gross, it's gritty, it's low down, there's no AC.
Oh, the dolls.
There's beer, but it's all on donation, and they have the biggest, creepiest Raggedy Ann collection, like in that place. It is so nuts. But again, that place has given so many projects and artists and musicians their very first opportunity to ever get on a stage with an actual PA, to ever actually put their art up on a wall, to ever spray paint your first mural. Like, they have been supportive of the entire Houston subculture since their inception. In the Heights, I think, is where it started, right down the way.
Sure.
And like, their whole thing since the beginning has been non-profit. Their whole thing since the beginning has been community, right? Like, doing it at the cheapest rate possible. Anyone can get a show there. Anyone can book a date there. If you're looking to play Houston, or you're in Houston looking to play and get your first shot, go check out Super Happy Funland. Talk to Brian. Talk to Olivia. They're H-Town legends in the scene that way.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
I was there for a show that Brett Fitzpatrick from Win in May put on. It was pretty cool.
Yeah?
Yeah, I ended up, there was 2 people there that I'd never seen before. I got to meet them. And then they came over to an open mic at Sharky's Machine so they could have another chance to get on stage and stuff. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, you know what's really cool to me about Super Happy Funland, right? Is like, for all its low downness, at the same time, if you keep your ears open, they have some of the coolest fucking bands show up there. They sometimes get rented out by KTSU, which is Texas Southern University, 90.9 at Texas Southern University. You can hear them on the FM dial. They put on student shows at Super Happy Funland every once in a while, but it's always on the down low. And people like George Clinton have played inside Super Happy Funland. Right? Slick Rick has played inside Super Happy Funland. And it's packed when that happens.
I bet it is.
They do I think it's in the springtime.
Fuck, do people park
they do
over
a
there?
TSU
Jesus, fuck.
pool party in the parking lot.
Oh my
And
God.
they pay to have the big water slide inflatable things. And people are out in the parking lot twerking in the pool, and it is
Just the amount of release forms I feel like would need to be signed.
It's awesome.
So much legal.
Yeah. Oh
Dude,
yeah.
I love it.
But I mean, it's low down, man.
Did you
It's a
always
get
know
down.
you wanted to be in music?
I didn't. Well, I mean, you know, I honestly didn't even start getting on stage, I don't think, until I was maybe in my 30s.
Okay.
But, like, as a kid, I went to places like the Coliseum. I went to places like the Summit. I went to places like the Dome. I was at Monsters of Rock. I got to see like Van Halen and Dawkins and Cheech and Chong.
That's
It
cool.
was cool. I got to see bands like, I mean, and this is because, my uncles or somebody would take me with them to a show. I got to see people like Kiss and like Neil Diamond, and I even got to see people like Vicente Fernandez, which was an amazing show. Right in on the horse with the big get up and the sombrero, and the horse was all dancing while he's singing. Oh, it was dope, man, dope. And being a kid, like all the shows I ever went to with somebody that would drag me along, I always had the most fun at the shows that understood they weren't just a band, they are on stage, they are entertainers, and they took that show to the umpteenth level. You went to see Parliament in 1979 at the Coliseum, and when the mothership landed, you were funked the funk out. You know what I'm saying? You go see Kiss and the flames and the blood spitting and he's flying over you and all the stuff. That was the jam. Neil Diamond, I'm not into that stuff, man. Like, I really do not appreciate Neil Diamond music like some people do, but his shows were amazing. I saw him play when that E.T. song was popular, the Turn On Your Heart Light, right? And when he did that song, he was at the piano and he had this sequined, blinged out suit on. And every time he did Turn On Your Heart Light, right after that, with the boom of the music right after that, there would be these strobe lights that hit him from every angle, and he would just glow. Glowing, and it was amazing. I hated the song, but that was an amazing show to watch.
Okay, so I would say shows back in the day were probably a lot more theatrical and entertaining. Okay, now we got
those are
Beyonce.
just the ones that I was into.
We've got Beyonce floating from the ceiling. I get that. Pink does her whole acrobatic thing.
Beyonce getting stuck in the air in the car.
But really, I
Beyonce.
mean,
Paul Stanley had problems too.
Yeah,
what
they all
bands
did.
though like
Gene
really
Simmons was
like
stuck
dress
just
up
playing
and do
in the air for a
pyro
while.
and
His hair
you know
caught
what I
on
mean?
fire.
Like
Things happen.
Rush at the Woodland.
It's when a band takes it to that level that I really, really
Can
get
bands
into
have
it.
pyro and all that kind of shit at shows now, or is there like too much insurance involved?
The last band that I saw that had pyro was at Trip 6, and it was...
It's raining, I believe. Is that what you're trying to figure out?
Yeah, it's raining.
Yeah.
It's raining in Houston.
Fucking all the
That's
time
a
here
good
lately,
song.
dude.
That's a good song. But the last band I saw at Pyrotechnics was Daikaiju at Trip 6. And inside Trip 6, the guy was setting his drum kit on fire, and there's flames, and like it's just an awesome show. If you don't know about Daikaiju, go look them up. Go see them the next time you can get in the door. It's all surf rock. It's super heavy. It's like intergalactic kabuki surf rock, but it's a super awesome show. You will be entertained, and you might even play with the band.
Dude, I love that. You have any advice for newcomers getting into our scene? And
Newcomers?
yeah, they're like, man. He's like, don't do it, run. No.
All you newcomers, listen to Eggplant. Stay the fuck away from promoters. Stay the fuck away from them. In Houston, you can book your own goddamn show, or you can meet another band that really inspires
fucking
you,
Christ,
and
here
you
we
can
go.
book a show with them. Stay away from promoters, except for people like Dave Tama or John A. Whitaker, who is putting on Pretty in Punk this weekend. at Black Magic Social Club. It will be all female fronted punk rock bands. So go out and check that out because it's badass.
I might have to go check that out.
It's
I did
all
female for my
female fronted
birthday
punk
at
rock
Scout,
bands,
so.
the whole lineup.
Yeah.
And so, like, you know, I was talking about the hates, right? There was just a big debacle. Some woman was booking shows at, I don't even remember her name. This is funny. She was booking shows at Warehouse Live. She booked the hates for one of her bills. And then the week of told them that they had to sell 300 tickets or something like that. With the whole lineup, they had to sell 300 tickets, pre-sales in a week all of a sudden. And so the hates were like, we're a punk rock band. We don't believe in pre-sales. Colin Wooden told her straight up, we don't believe in doing that. And so we're just going to drop out of the show, you know? And the rest of the lineup did the same thing. And she turned it into this big thing about you'll never play in Houston again. You'll always be like a small pub little band.
Oh,
or
send those
whatever.
bands. Send those bands to me. I know a lot of places we could get them in. Come to me. I can literally send them places.
Yeah.
Jesus.
There
I think
is
it's
no
dumb. So
need.
I did not know, honest to God. I interviewed Apex Fallen and Daniel Woody, the drummer, started talking about promoters or something, gatekeeping, and I was like, wait, that's a real job? I was like, that's a real thing?
That's true.
And he was like, yeah. And it literally blew my mind because I just assumed with like social media and networking and like I pretty much know half the bar owners and stuff, and you know what I mean? Like,
you know, it's
why are people gatekeeping venues? Like,
it's weird, man, because it is a thing. It's not a can. It is, because again, there are people like John A. Whitaker, Live and Loud Productions. There are people like Dave Tama who does like gut wrench booking. There are people in this city who you can call them promoters, but they're not looking to take a cut from the door. They will totally promote and advertise and get the show name out there and let people know that it's happening, and they don't want to cut at the door. And it's a thing that people can do. There's people like Marco Soto, who is always looking for young bands to put on stage at White Swan and give them their shot to play a show, you know, to promote that culture, that youth. You know?
I mean, that one band made TMZ, so. That fucking band. God, that,
What about White Swan?
God, that one band made TMZ. What, they like decapitated a pig or?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was a whole
No,
thing.
it was a pig head. They didn't decapitate
okay.
it.
What the,
You know,
where's the
but
rest of it?
they
Just saying.
They threw a pig head out.
Okay, no, I met them like 3 weeks later
Yeah.
in the parking lot of Scout Bar, and they still had it. Like, they're taking it to shows, but we're like, they take it home and
Was
put it in
that
the freezer.
Mexican Coke? I think that was Mexican Coke, right?
I think so. Yeah, like, it's a whole thing, dude. It was like, they were really happy. They like literally had the pig head with them, like carrying it around and stuff.
A lot of people were really offended by it, but
They
when
were.
you're in
Some people freaked
grindcore,
out.
I mean, I don't know.
Wait, Ozzy bit the head off a bat, right? So.
And Alice Cooper threw a chicken into the crowd.
Yeah, so I mean,
Disintegrated.
And then
that's
there's
metal,
legends
right?
that aren't even true, you know? Like, supposedly, there was this awesome band called Brutal Juice from Denton near Dallas. They used to play Houston all the time with bands like Manhole. And they ended up with some story about them that they collected roadkill all the way from Denton to Houston on the way to a show at the Axiom, and they stuffed it in a piñata, and they supposedly threw the piñata out into the crowd, and the roadkill went everywhere. But it supposedly is a story, but it supposedly isn't true either.
dude,
you
anybody
know?
that's got pictures or receipts of that, like, you can send them anonymously to ashleylocke@yahoo.com.
Send those pictures to Music After Dark HTX.
Seriously, dude.
Yeah,
That's true.
right,
I'm
right.
just true.
I'm just saying that in the summer at the Axiom, that would have been horrific. That would have been so repugnant
that would have
and
been really
pungent.
bad.
Yeah, vile. Before the show even happened, yeah.
Yeah, that would have been bad.
I couldn't imagine riding in the van with that.
That's what I'm thinking about. I'm
You
like,
know?
God, just driving in the. I couldn't even have been in the
Yeah.
car with that.
Yeah, and Houston, like I'm saying, like, you know, you asked me originally, like, what was the biggest change? Like, and I'm saying, like, social acceptability. You know, there are so many bands around Houston that some are popular and some people get canceled. And even after you get canceled, people still find a way back on stage here.
That's true.
You know?
I've seen that. I've just seen a big decline, it seems like, specifically in the last 4 years in our scene.
COVID.
It just seems like we had our Houston favorites, Hold on Hollywood, 307 Departed, like some of them always together, and no really anybody else. And so now it seems like there's not as many people at shows that I'm going to, and I'm like seeing really cool shows though.
Well,
You know what I mean? But
say,
it's not like people that, okay, if you're going to shows 4 years ago, you were used to seeing these certain bands, so you probably won't recognize these bands now, but they're really fucking good.
Well, okay, let me, I'm going to talk about this, and this might get me canceled, but I don't really think it's that bad. I'm just talking about what I see as the truth, right? So every decade, there's a fresh new group of people interested in music in a scene,
Okay.
right? And you grow with that decade, right? So like in the 90s, I could tell you, 30-Foot Fall was a big fucking deal at Fitzgerald's. They would sell out Fitzgerald's. They would sell out Fitzgerald's not even playing their own music, doing something like Punk as Fuck or whatever it is. Whatever that cover show is that they do. Oh, You Ain't Punk. That's what it is. Right? So, like, they were super fucking popular. And that crowd, as they got older, became less and less supporting other bands. But you go to a 30-Foot Fall show, no matter where it is, today, it will still be packed. And all those people will still come out. Now, there's bands out there like Skate Syndicate. You know, there's these young bands, man. Pinky Promise. Crowds come to their show, and I've seen 1810 OG-Men packed to the gills for like these really young projects. Who turned on the lights?
I love it. She did.
Now I feel like you could really see me. I'm hideous.
Wait, turn it back off. No, I'm joking. I think she's got her earphones. I'm joking. I'm teasing you.
Yeah, so like, you know, the youth bands happening right now. Over Thanksgiving, there was a show at the Dumble Skate Park in the East End off of Harrisburg and Dumble. And there are shows that happen there. And when those shows happen, there's like 500-600 kids all underneath the basketball court, and the band is set up at
Literally just
one
fucking
end.
talking. Can you please start messaging me when these things are happening, please?
It's awesome.
Please.
It's awesome. It reminds me of when I was a teenager and I was going to see Dead Horse, and it was that same youthful energy.
Well, and that's what I
it's
mean.
always
We've literally been
there.
talking about how that's like a thing that's kind of happening in Austin because people are gatekeeping venues and it's harder to. So people are just doing like rogue little fucking pop-up shows in like fucking parking lots and under fucking overpasses and just.
I mean, the Generator show is a
They're
thing.
just, dude. I think
You
that's
know.
cool as shit.
Yeah, like have you
I
ever
wanna go
been to
to
Turkey
one.
Jam?
No. I
No?
have not. I have not.
Well, put it on your calendar.
You're
Skip
right.
turkey
You're
dinner
going.
next Thanksgiving, and instead go to Easy 7 and spend the day at Easy 7. It's an entire community day, no sponsorship, nobody promoting a beer, nobody promoting a car, nothing like that. It's not in a bar, it's not at a club, it's literally in a ditch next to the bayou at a park where everybody shows up, everybody brings their skateboard, everybody brings their kid and their dog, and bands like Shred the Deck show up with their van, and they play out of the van at the top of the hill, and people bring a generator and they set up bands on the edge, and it's a throwdown, and it's like all
super
day,
cool.
starting at like noon. Until like the sun goes down, sometimes even longer if they can, you know.
It's like till the cops breaking up.
Yeah, it's all about it, you know, and there's no money being exchanged. It's not a capitalistic venture. It is literally just people who share an interest in a community, and we show up and we have a fucking party.
Community coming together.
Dude, I love
It's
that.
all unity through community,
That's what's up.
consistently, because
Actually.
together we are stronger, and that's
That's
how
true.
we maintain it.
Ooh, and if some people could just work together in this community, it would be a
There's
whole lot
a
fucking
lot
better.
of that, right?
Yes, I said it. If some of
Yeah.
us could work together, it would be a whole lot better. Yeah, I know, but,
Well, but you know what though? Those people that don't work together truly eventually disappear.
yeah, that's true.
You know, I could throw names out there like Alex Lozano, but I won't. But I could,
God damn it.
right? Like I could, I won't, but I could. Like I'm not going to talk about.
We
Alex
do not have enough
Lozano
time in
at
this
all.
podcast to do that. That's
Have you
gotta.
seen? Have you seen the joke page for him on Facebook?
No, I have not, and I really
It's
please.
Alex Lanano. Look that up. It's hilarious.
Is it okay? Is that the other? Okay, I blocked it. I blocked it because I wasn't sure.
No, it's hilarious. You need to go see it. It's hilarious.
I gotta look it up. I'll show you.
Alex Lanano. Yeah, and the
It's one
guys
I
that
had
are
blocked because I didn't know. I was like, shit.
the guys that created that page, man. I mean, they're still out there playing shows, and we won't
Okay, I
mention
gotta
who they
unblock that
are,
one then. I'll
but
unblock
you
that
should
one.
definitely go see their band.
I will, and I will unblock that. I'm gonna unblock that account because I thought it. Oh God, I love
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, there's been tons of people again, you know, in Houston, who do things like that, and you know what? The only reason people remember their name is a warning, or as a joke, or as a laughing stock, you know, and so those people that don't really develop community, they disappear, man, because the scene will spit you out, man. I tell people
It's very unforgiving. If you
well,
do
with
fuck up, it's
reason,
very.
right? Like I tell people all the time, man, like the Houston scene, we are all people that grew up as the freaks, the nerds, the weirdos, the theater kids, the whatever it is, the outcasts, the outsiders, and we all found a connection at a show where somebody said, hey, and next thing you know, you're a part of something. And you get involved and you start doing more, and it becomes bigger and bigger. And the scene, because we all grew up knowing what it's like to be an outcast, we're very open armed to anybody. We are like, come over here, come be a part of us. You don't have to sit at the table alone. Come have a conversation with us and be a part of this. But the minute we find out you're a dirty rat or an abuser or, you know, just whatever it is, a pedophile or someone that just wants to take advantage of the scene, we are the quickest to give you the boot. And you'll be lucky if it's not an actual boot, but just a push out, you know? Like I've seen people get canceled out of the scene, and then I've seen people get beaten out of the scene. And it's all about the levels of severity and what you deserve. You know, there is definitely a scene justice, you know? It's intense. Punk rock and hardcore.
So many things I can't say on camera right now. There's just so many things.
Am I being the good interview trying to get it out of you?
You are. You're just.
I'm going to get it out of you.
Fuck,
Go
dude,
ahead.
not on
Speak
camera.
on it.
No, I can't on camera. There's. Yeah.
Come tell me.
I don't know how to whisper. You met me. Shit.
Tell me about it.
Woo. Dude, no, I love it. This is what time? I don't even know what time it is. Golly.
I don't know.
7:52.
Oh.
If you're on the live stream and you've sent in a question
Yeah, let's do
or
those
a
when we go.
shout out, feel free to like send in questions.
The only question that has been asked on the live stream is where do baby eggplants come from?
I'd have to tell you, but I think we might get a shadow ban or something for that.
Answer real quick. And then the same guy, Dylan Robledo, said eggplant got that swag.
Oh, damn. I'm all about that swag. That's Dylan Robledo with the Were Carve and Red Bluff Manor. Yeah, go see them play. They'll be playing with Essay this weekend. Go check them out.
And you had Maddie Cat, before we even started the broadcast, or whenever we started the live, she says, yo, eggplant. And you have James Bro from Cathodic saying, eggplant.
Cathodic, what's up?
Yeah, we just talked to those guys recently.
Yeah, I saw that they had a little gift pack or something for Ashley. That's pretty nice for those guys. Yeah, they've been around for a minute doing their thing. They tend to stick around more on the north side in the spring area, 19th hole. They used to play BFE and what was it, Acadia a lot, so I know them from there. And we got the bartender in the house.
She waves. Nobody can see her, but she's waving.
She's waving at all of y'all, even though you can't see her.
No, there really wasn't a whole lot of questions from the audience.
It's always kind of funny. Not that many people watch this while it's happening. The rewatching is kind of fucking crazy. The numbers on the lives that people.
Hopefully we'll get some numbers.
You'll get some, and then you'll be on Spotify, and then you're going to be on the Houston Collective, and you're going to be on YouTube. Yeah, because we're doing them in reverse. I'm not starting from my first.
I don't even have Spotify, so
See? Okay. Well,
yeah.
I love this. Do you want to do any shout outs to anybody?
We got like 4 or 5 hours.
Bro, we got as much time as you need.
Then we're moving to the parking lot so we can let her go the fuck
It
home.
would be one of those at the end of the movie credit reels.
Dude, seriously, Scott's not here, so I don't have keys yet. Ow, this thing. Give me some keys. No.
Are we back on or?
Yeah, no. Yeah, no, we're good.
We're running?
Yeah.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, if you want me to do some shout outs, I can definitely do some shout outs. We're going to get the edit camera up. There we go.
Sorry.
You're good.
Cool. So shout outs, man. Shout out to the CCFD. Shout out to anyone that has ever gone to a
What,
local
you're laughing?
show.
What?
Maddie Cat asked, ask him when we're getting fajitas.
Snap, that's what's up. People who know me know what I'm about, man. Tacos,
Okay.
fajitas.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna get you with going.
Let's go. We can make it a group project, fajitas. This was one of the things on my calendar that I had to do first. So now that this
He's
is
like, I
being
could not
done,
cancel this, so
I'll
we'll
be
go
able.
now.
I'll be available sometime, either Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, maybe. Yeah, I'll holler at you about fajitas. If anyone else wants to get fajitas with eggplant, just comment on the thread here. Let's see how many invites to fajitas I can get. Or if you got a cookout going on, invite
That's even
eggplant.
better. Yeah, seriously, I'll bring
Invite
some side
eggplant. I don't
dishes,
drink,
shit.
I don't smoke, but I'll eat the fuck out your fajitas, bro.
Yes.
Invítame a la asada. Quiero pasar a su asada.
I love
Yeah.
it.
No, seriously though, the shout out thing, man. Anybody that supports the scene, you deserve a shout out. I could sit here and list people for hours and hours. I could list so many people in this scene who really deserve credit, for what the scene is. But I think more important than any of the musicians, more important than any of the bar or club owners, it's the biggest shout outs go to those young kids who take a chance to go hang out with their friends at a local show and become supporters of the scene, because they're the ones that keep it going. When I was like 16, 17, going to local shows, getting my 16 and 17-year-old friends to go with me, and their parents were all like, I don't know, but we still went. Like, it's that happening that keeps it going. And it needs to keep going because it's not just about friendship. It's about the long term, which is really changing the world into being what it is that you really want it to be. And this scene makes it possible for you to do those things. It makes it possible for you to meet other artists, other creatives. It makes it possible for you to meet like-minded people. It makes it possible for you to have your eyes open to something that you've never thought about. So you're not a closed-minded individual. You want to grow up with as many experiences as you possibly can. And so all those kids taking that risk, all those parents that bring their young ones to the shows, like, that's the real deal. That's the true situation. And without that, this shit would dry up in like a week.
Dude, I love that. And I love the bringing your kids to shows. I don't think a lot of people always check the flyers that are floating around, because a lot more shows, I think, than people understand are all age shows now.
Yeah.
Scout does a bunch of them, which, dude, it already fucking always freaks me out, because
I
I have fucking kids and shit. So if, I'll be working, so I don't bring my kids, but then I'll see. You've seen that movie Sweet Home Alabama?
Yes.
Okay,
I don't watch TV or
where
movies.
she's like, you have a baby in a bar. Every time I see a little kid in a bar, it still kind of freaks me out. But our scene does, some shows actually do encourage that. So,
Yeah, our scene.
dude, check the flyers.
Yeah.
Like,
Because it's family. All of it. I mean, everything that you're saying, the community and unity and all that stuff is family. That brings everybody together, and your message, bro, resonates so strong.
Thanks.
no, it really does. There's I'm gonna talk to you off camera, because I would like to think of a way for us to do this again. And you
the foodie thing, the foodie.
I would like to do some food, but there's also some things I would like to pick your brain about, and we might have to not do it live. It might be one of those things where we sit and record it.
Hey, I'm a facilitator
You know what I mean?
and collaborator. I'm always down
edit
for
it
banding
later
together.
and not be on
We could go wherever.
Facebook Live, because I think there's some changes that do need to be made to our music scene, and I don't think those changes can be made if there's not people that are willing to stand up for what's right, because what's right is right and what's wrong is wrong. So
and I hate to say it.
It is good though for like chicks in the scene to be in places though and know that like there are these big brother types, you know what I mean, floating around, right, that will also like make sure we're good.
You know what's amazing?
And get rid of the creepers.
You know what's amazing? It, like, women who come to the scene, right? They don't need a big bro. And the reason they don't need a big bro is because that's one of those things that's changed too. There are big sisters.
I can see that.
There are people like I mentioned Trip 6 a lot because that's actually my favorite hangout in the whole city. It's an old mechanic garage. They converted into a punk space. There's skate ramps inside of it. I just went to a show there Saturday, and it's like family there. And people that run it, Cam and Summer. Summer is a punk rock mama.
That's cool.
She takes care of everybody there. She has her eyes open for everybody.
That's
She watches everybody's back. And when there's someone that shows
That's
up
cool.
at their place who's what is it, a wolf in sheep's clothing,
Yeah.
she will be the first one to stand up and call it out.
Good for her.
You know? And so, like,
Love to interview her on the podcast.
I tell
Like,
you what, if you
seriously,
end
dude.
up-
Like, let's make that happen.
if you end
Golly.
up with Summer Watkins on this feat, she can tell you a lot. You know, just talk to her about Trip 6 and everything that's gone on there and what it's become since it started. Like on the Google map, it's listed as a community center.
That's cool.
And I really believe it's a community center, kind of like Super Happy Funland. They're community centers. They're not bars. They're not clubs. And because of that, they have a certain vibe, right? And I think bars are fine. I think clubs are fine. I think they're all good. I like playing them. I like going to them. Even though I don't drink, I still go to bars
Right.
and hang out. I like to go to Union Tavern and Scout Bar, and you know, I like to go anywhere and see live music. I go to Axelrad for Cumbia Night, Noche de Cumbia. I go to Wonky Power. I mean, I feel like I could sit here and spend like 45 minutes naming every bar with live music in Houston. The Silver Slipper on the northeast side. If you want,
Well, I'm like, yeah, I need you to make a list and get that to me, please.
Yeah.
Because I've got a current supply and demand problem. I have a bunch of bands that want to play in places, and I don't have places to put them. God damn, say
They're
that
everywhere.
fucking 6 times fast. Jesus.
they're everywhere. But back to the idea of like the ladies, right? If there are any ladies watching this who know what she's talking about and feel like they don't feel safe or whatever, go to Pretty and Punk at Black Magic Social Club this Saturday.
That's a good, yep.
That will get you into a place where it's organized by a woman. All the bands, again, are fronted by women, and it's all about the women punk scene. And I promise you, you will have an amazing, eye-opening time. Because it's
I
not
guess
just
what I know I'm
about-
doing on Saturday now.
Yeah, I mean,
know what
I'm
I'm
gonna
doing
be
on
there.
Saturday.
I'm gonna be there for sure because, you know, it's a good lineup for one. Every band on the bill is solid. The Maxi Fads from Beaumont are playing. Tanya and the Hardings are playing. Like, there's just so
Just the
many
fucking
good
names,
bands
dude.
on the bill that you should just go. Even if you're not a lady, take your hairy ass down there. You know, like if you're just a guy looking for something to do, but don't be a creeper, don't be a jerk. You know, if you're in the pit and people are pushing you back a little harder than everyone else, maybe take it down a notch. You know, like, you know, it's not football. You know, just sit back, have a good time, and recognize it's ladies' night. You know.
I love that, dude.
There's plenty of shows like that around. You know, there was just
So
the,
I was told, like, apparently it happens a lot, these female shows, and I did not know that. So
Yeah.
I had a blast when I got to do the one for my birthday at Scout. So now I want to go. I want to go to all these that are happening.
I mean, the community encompasses everything. There's
I dig it.
there's the guy shows, there's the lady shows, there's the transgender shows, there's everything. Like, everybody is supported and everybody has a place in the Houston music scene. It's embracing. It's just a matter of you making sure that you're not somebody that needs to be canceled. Don't be a jerk. You can act like a jerk, but don't be one. You know?
Don't be a jerk. I think that's like the best way.
That's fucking big.
That's a
Right.
big thing. That's a big thing.
Right?
It's a big thing. Yeah, just don't be a jerk. Just be nice.
Just be nice to people.
Just be nice.
Be friendly. Don't try to
everybody's
get
going
over
through,
on
like, everybody's
people.
going through some shit too. You know what I mean? So like, you don't always know what somebody else is going through. So just try to be fucking. Don't be a dick.
Yeah.
Just don't be a dick.
Just be a good human
Some
being.
people probably like Ashley was like a dick. I'm really not. I'm really not, dude. I'm not.
It's okay to be a dick if you have to be.
I'm really not.
Because somebody deserves it, right? Like, because they're being a creeper. Then go ahead and, be a jerk towards them and let them know that's not welcomed here. If somebody's gatekeeping, that's okay to be a jerk at that point. Let them know, hey, dude, you're gatekeeping and that's not cool here.
Oh, that's a whole side project I'm about to take on, but we're not going to
Start
talk
a
about
band
that.
about it. Start a band about
I
it.
can't sing or play in an instrument.
Yeah, but
so.
you just got a guitar, man. All you need is one finger.
I'll play like the triangle or something for somebody. I'll be like, ding.
I mean, Freya can play drums. Fuck it.
She can. She's gonna be my drummer.
I'm a big believer that anybody could be in a band.
I
Anybody.
probably could. I could probably manage a band and like.
You
Anybody.
could be in it.
Yeah, anybody. You could be in a band.
We totally Henry Rollins that shit. Just talk the whole time.
Dude, I don't even like being on stage at Scout Bar, so I don't think I could really be in a band.
I just went and saw P. Lander Z at Scout Bar.
Did you? Yeah.
Yeah. If you don't know who P. Lander Z is, you need to go see their show. I'm about bands that entertain, and P. Lander Z claims that they are not a rock and roll show, but they are a kindergarten party. They're a band from Japan, and they don't really speak a lot of English, but they are the most entertaining, crowd controlling.
It was crazy busy that day too, right?
I think it would have been busier if it would have been at a different venue.
Oh, okay.
I don't want to speak bad about Scout Bar,
It's
but
the
I
drive.
kind of do.
It's the drive,
Yeah.
right? Is it the drive?
It's the hour drive.
It's the drive, and it's the idea that they consistently book these nationally and internationally touring gigs that people from the Woodlands are not going to go all the way to Scout Bar to see. I have missed so many Lords of Acid shows because they keep booking at Scout Bar, and I'm like, why do they not book at a more centralized location? I would be willing to drive from League City into Houston to see them. When I lived in Spring, I would have been willing to drive from Spring into Houston to see them. But I'm not going to drive from Spring to Webster. I'm just not.
That would be a Frankie of
And not
BFE
while I'm
needs to
tripping
get
on
on
ecstasy,
some booking.
because it's Lords of Acid.
And
Not
those-
that I do that anymore, but when I did,
It's too far to drive. Don't drink and drive. I say that. Don't drink and drive. Get an Uber or a car service or something.
And the-
Don't.
Designated driver.
And
Yeah.
the cops crossing,
I'm just
NASA
saying,
Parkway
I'm
there,
just
they
saying,
can be
yep.
bad. They kind of stalk the place
I
out.
don't drive down there anymore for a reason.
Yeah.
It makes me nervous even when I'm not drinking, driving down there.
I
Like,
feel
I have
like I
2
should just
a.m.
add a disclaimer real quick.
Okay.
We love you, Scout Bar.
Yes, no,
We're not
they-
talking bad about you. We're just saying.
Thomas and them, I started my candle company basically down there getting to vend, and that's what eventually brought this along. So that being said, I have seen a huge decline of people going to shows at Scout Bar.
Yeah.
Hence why I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, let's start a podcast. Maybe if people know the people that they're going to see and they have to pick.
Yeah.
Because that's the other thing I've noticed. Like, the venues that people that I know play in, it'd be like 19th Hole, BFE, Scout Bar, Rise. I'm never going to call it Warehouse. It's always going to be Rise.
Right.
Sometimes there's really cool shit going on in the same weekend, at the same time at all locations. And you got to, like, pick and shit, right? Like, Scout had their 21st birthday party the same night that BFE was hosting this badass, like, music festival that went on all day. And I even think some cool bands, like, popped in at night. You know what I mean? So it's like, damn, why can't y'all talk to each other? Because,
Well,
shit,
but
man.
that goes back. That goes back to
Shit.
that thing, though, that I was saying, that, like, social acceptability, it's just become such a thing that Scout Bar can have a big event. And there are people there the same night that BFE has a big event, the same night that someone over here has a big event, the same night that there's something big at Smart Financial, the same night that the Woodlands is popping off, the same night that, like every night there's something you can go see now. Whereas like when I was like, I'm saying when I
You had to wait. You had to wait for shows
When
almost.
we were kids, we had the Coliseum, the Music Hall, we had
yeah,
the Summit.
the
That
Summit,
was it.
Afterworld,
Astro,
Southern Star, you
and
know.
every now and again, the
saw Weird Al there.
or the Astro Hall.
Interesting.
Yeah, After Hall, After Arena. It was really hard. And then when you got into the idea of local, it was even harder.
Yeah.
Like I remember, I started going to shows, I want to say in like 84, locally, 83, 84. And like you would go to a show one night and then you'd have to wait like 3-4 days later, there might be something else happening, or maybe even a week.
But back then, there was more national acts coming through the city.
Right.
I mean, because my brother won tickets from KLOL years ago. And he saw the Police. He took me to see Pat Benatar and Stevie Nicks. This was like in 2 weeks.
Yeah. Well, in a sense, it's still like that. Beyonce just got stuck in that car.
Bless her heart. Bless her heart. That woman's gonna sue me one of these days.
Nothing more
I swear to
H-Town
God.
than that to me, man.
Swear to God.
Yeah.
That woman on 45 with the lawn chair and the gun and Beyonce stuck over the crowd in the lack. Nothing more H-Town than that,
And the memes that popped up within 5 minutes. They have like hostage negotiators dealing with that lady, and the amount of fucking memes that are popping up, like Straw 2 and just all this. Yes, just.
And I was just worried that they were going to shoot her.
That's what I was worried about.
Because like really, she had just had enough of life, and she just needed someone to talk to.
Bed the fuck
Yeah.
up.
Man,
She's
I've
had one of
been
those
there
days.
myself on 45, man. 45 is no joke
I
either
cannot.
direction.
I lost my shit in HEB today. We're not even going to talk about that. I had a
At
whole post.
HEB?
I had a whole post, and by the
Were
time
they out of tortillas?
No, fuckers. No, god damn it, they weren't. I would have been more okay with that than the fucking assholes at my HEB today. I'm just saying, like, I shop around bougie people that can't park for shit. I'll just leave it at that.
Oh, H-Town parking.
I'll
Nobody's
just,
mine, trust me.
I'll just leave it at that. Dude, this was,
H-Town
okay,
parking.
this was so much fun. I want to talk to you so much off camera, and we're going to get together and eat fajitas this week or soon with
Their fajitas right